like infomercial stream, the stream in which I gotta be it, and because I secretly live with my mother and I can't, be loud, so I gotta be quiet because people give so much of a fuck about how I do videos and what I do. Podcast. Everybody Hates Black Men is my moniker. It is my brand. That is what I'm going to start building up. So, a couple of you all that are up this late, obviously West Coast, and people that don't have no business being up like me, which we got a couple of days before the new year, and 2021 will commence, and this nightmare that is 2020 will be over. Honestly, 2020 hasn't been the worst for me personally at all, but I am looking to 2021 because it seems like I'm gathering a lot of momentum and good shit. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me because we are definitely going to get this rocket ship going. I'm definitely going to get bigger about creating a lot of different content, network content. And this is going to be, one of the videos that I really try to aim to focus on black men today. And this is not at one person. It really isn't. This is at a couple of different people. I'm gonna share the videos. I know I always say that and then don't do it. I will start doing that. But in the community tab, I will share the videos of which I'm talking about because there's actually three people that I'm talking about when I make this statement in general. But these dudes are archetypes for everybody. So you all see the title, PSA, Black Public Service Announcement, Black Men, if you did not do your homework, shut the fuck up talking about what we do. And that means what we do in the sphere. Because we are not, I'm probably the only one in the manosphere. Well, not the only one in the manosphere, but the only one that is qualified to create content, marketing content to speak to a MGTOW, a manosphere, whether it's black, white. It's from an internet marketing perspective. None of you other folks are really qualified to do it. And to be fair, there is a guy I know that creates, red pill like content from an internet marketing perspective in order to entice people to join the business. And he's less patronizing. So he does a pretty good job at doing it. But for the most part, most of these folks don't know what the fuck they're doing because they don't know what the fuck this space is. And this space is not another niche to be kind of pillaged. Because I think the shit that will bite back is not the shit that a lot of dudes are really in for. So anyway, let's jump right into it. So I want to, now that I got 17 you all listening, there's a couple of people I have in mind when I say this shit. Shout out to Pharaoh, Mr. Ed Hype, Introvert, Ryan. Make sure y'all get them likes up. So the first person, this is not a thing talking about people, but I want you all to follow me as to who I have in mind. So we got Mr. Brother Ray, which if you all was on Kevin shit or if you've been on Bernard shit, you all kind of very familiar with what he does, how he talks. We had a very interesting conversation on Kevin stuff, so I'll share that in the community tab, but check out his channel. We have with that interaction because it was kind of a more brief interaction, maybe like an hour, not too long, and a 5-hour stream that I kind of hopped on there. We have a guy by the name of Diamond David who has a small channel. Apparently, he's like a forex or crypto trader, does some home based business and stuff like I do, but focuses on that realm. And we have Mr. Kerry Pope, who is the husband of Rebecca Lynn Pope. And let's go through the list. So basically, Kerry Pope pretty much did a video talking about Minister Jap. You could check that video out on Rebecca's channel or their joint channel, I guess. And you can obviously see the responses from O'Shea Du Jackson. And O'Shea kind of was very, pro-blackish about it, but he definitely said what needed to be said. He threaded the needle. I'm not fucking threading the needle. Um, and basically, for those of you all that don't know, Kerry Pope, basically Rebecca Lynn Pope's husband, made a video commenting his opinion on Minister Jap and his use of the term German Shepherd. Now, I always thought German Shepherd was just a different word for bitch, but apparently that's not what it means. Basically, it just means a typical black hood rat that thoughts it up. You know, that combination to put that in under one kind of brand, and he calls it German Shepherd. So I'll give him that. It's not really necessarily like a term for black bitch, because I've heard multiple people say that it is for what I just said. Um, and so that's where I'm gonna go with, which is actually smart because obviously we can kind of people can pull from that what they want to. And you know, he say the basic shit like black men, you know, you come from a black woman and all this other bullshit, which is typical gynocentric matriarchal bullshit talking points. Every man comes from every woman, yet only black men tends to be as fucking gynocentric and matriarchal um as they come. ADOS black men compared to even other black men in diaspora. Every man comes from a woman. So this idea that for some reason black men tend to worship the womb because we're the only ones that send them worship that shit versus other men don't. You got to really ask yourself that, and then you got to really ask yourself somebody that's a quote unquote pastor of the Bible. Where's the Old Testament? I see too much New Testament prosperity gospel kissing a bitch's ass to get money out of them. Bullshit. Like seriously, too much like, and even in the Bible is a patriarchal book. So that you come from a black woman shit, you shouldn't even really believe that shit if you even believe in the Bible in any real fucking way. This is why the Bible says women are not to be pastors, women are not to speak there. This is what churches so high. So as far as I'm concerned, I kind of call bullshit even on the fact that any dude can even claim to be Christian and really be that shit. Not to say you got to be asshole to women, but Christianity is not about worshiping women. It's not at all. There is no fucking simping really in the fucking book. Not really. Not really. That shit is frowned upon. And people can say, oh, well, you're calling them a simp. I'm telling you, worshiping black women is a distinction without a difference. And it's a part of the problem. That's why I use that. Now, so that's what he did. And I'm gonna get into that. Then you've got this dude by the name of Diamond David. Well, let me rather than well, I'm gonna go back through each of them and then I'm gonna give my whole spill. Then you got Diamond David. This is a dude that made a video about Kevin Samuels. Like really, it was on the 7th, and I was going through Kevin Samuels, the search term for Kevin Samuels, and I saw this video. And this is the only reason why I even looked at it because some of these like chicks that are grasping for straws, looking for anything, any dude that'll supposedly sound like he's speaking against Kevin. Which, to be fair, he was, but he wasn't. He made this thing talking about breaking down what six figures really is, and basically he was just saying a whole lot of nothing. I could tell he was making content to make content, and he pretty much just put Kevin Samuels in the title. I get why he did that. I'm not saying what he did was malicious, but it's like, dude, this ain't what you want. This is not a niche that you want to play with, just doing stupid shit like that. It's not. But his video, to be fair, was pretty much the conclusion of the video, which is ironic because I can tell the women didn't come to that conclusion, is everybody ain't making six figures like that. Now, the women interpreted that as to saying that the way they commented and gave, you know how black women love to high five dudes. I broke that down with honest truth. And like I said, I don't have a problem with honest truth, but at the end of the day, what people say, I'm going to speak to what you say. That's it. But when women are high fiving you like that, you need to be very careful because black women have a tendency when they agree with you that you're saying something that's in alignment with that's very useful to them. And we already know they're not really in it to be together, they're in it to win it. So I saw the women high fiving them in the comment section, and I said, okay, let me actually look at the video to see what's being said because it sounds like he's saying some bullshit based on how they're commenting. But when I listened to it, basically what he was saying was he was talking about, and he immediately started using terminology that's associated with home-based business and internet marketing. He actually used the term home-based business, used the term digital marketing, and he used like people like David Wood and Frank Kern. These are people that are associated with that type of stuff. And he basically said in the early 2000s they created the idea of six figures And this is a big reason why people always talking about the metric of do you make six figures. That is true for that industry, but the lane that Kevin's talking about is a completely different lane. It's a completely different lane. It doesn't know. Kevin's talking about mostly black men that are either offline business owners or they work in corporate America and make six figures. He's not really talking about digital marketers like that. I would suspect that's something he might look down upon a little bit. This is why he has that 5 year thing in it. This is one of the reasons, at least, what that's designed to counter. He's not really talking about people that just jump into making six figures. He's talking about people that have made it over time. So, internet marketers have made consistently six figures over time. And we're talking about income. We are not talking about what you gross. That's not what you're talking. And he says that, right? And so, dude basically was talking about how well you could talk about how much money you make in your business and shit like that. And more of the story is, it ain't a lot of people making six figures like that. The women interpret that as them trying to say he was challenging if he makes six figures, which is something a lot of these females do. Now, deep down, these women know Kevin makes six figures. Kevin can probably clear six figures before Kevin's probably making close to six figures on his YouTube channel alone before he even blew up, because obviously he just blew up like a month ago, really. So I mean, this idea of what he does not make, they know that's not true. That's why they don't push that narrative that hard, but they want that shit to be out there and as this like consistent thing that fucks with his credibility. Same thing with the homosexuality thing. These are little things that are designed to kind of give you pause to the facts that he's laying down, because this is what black people do. This is why I said 1+1 is 2 unless you talk to black people, because black people, it depends on how you feel, and this includes black men as well. Well, 1+1 is 2, but it's only 2 depending on who the nigga is saying it. And black men do this shit as well. Even black men will try to act like they're like loyal to common sense, as you saw with my other video. You seen one of my other videos, and that was outside of even Kevin Samuels, how people will respond to shit no matter who's saying it. That's a problem that the men have as well. This is why I say we have a zeitgeist of a black woman. But anyway, at the end of the day, he was making content, putting Kevin Samuels' name in there, and I don't think he really understood like the dynamics. It was very obvious he didn't listen to Kevin Samuels outside that World Star video. It was very obvious he was doing research, and his research was basically having him pull a lot of people. He probably listened to Satan the Sinner, and he probably listened to a whole bunch of females. And the thing is, what he does not understand, because he didn't do his homework, is the dudes are not pushing six figures. The dudes are not telling women you should get with men with six figures. That's actually the opposite. Dudes are actually saying there's not that many dudes that make six figures, especially black men, but really all men. And women are the ones trying to create this artificial reality in which six figures are more available than what they are. So you have that. Then you have Brother Ray. All right. Brother Ray's a subscriber. He's been subscribed. So, respect. But the thing about Brother Ray is Brother Ray has this thing where he has an emotional reaction to what we say. Like basically his issue is he thinks that he can be he wants to be in this space. He wants to participate, but what he wants to do is feel his way through it. He thinks that he can dictate to us as content creators. Now he has every right to create his own damn channel and say whatever the fucking shit he wants to say. RBR clearly does it, and he's on the I swear he might be on the spectrum. But yet, what Brother Ray does is he comes to our shit and then tries to be what I call kind of like the built-in contrarian. And here's the thing, you actually need dudes like that. We act like, shout out to Mine Struck. We actually need dudes that, because the thing about it is we need dudes that will try to stress test the stuff we say. And quite frankly, we need dudes that will do a better job at doing it, because a lot of you all are not doing a really good job at stress testing our rhetoric. What you all are doing is you're coming in there and really just low key saying you ain't serious, stop. And so when people talk about the you ain't serious bullshit. Now, so let me go back. So I was on Kevin's shit, and Brother Ray was talking. That's actually what triggered me to go on there. And basically, I wanted to, because at the end of the day, it's like he's like a train that doesn't go anywhere. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean, but you can tell that a lot of the stuff he says is not very thought out. And the reason why I say that is not to question, his intelligence. I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, dude, when I make a statement, I have really put a lot of effort in thinking about a lot of these things, doing the work, reading, really understanding what goes on, really going back and like really understanding what is going on. I know I talk a lot, but I don't just sit here just throw shit out there just because I feel that fucking way. And if I do, I'm gonna let you know it's a theory. I don't do that. I don't do that. The shit that I said has say and have said has been stress tested. It's not some shit. And see, the problem is you got a lot of black men and they don't really care about what's true. They care about how they feel. And this is why, as a community, we don't go nowhere. And this is why black men don't fucking lead. Because the truth is, black men don't really stand on shit. They need that black bitch to tell them who the fuck they are as men. Whether they're with a bitch, whether they're indirectly doing it, black men are scared of black women. A lot of them are. And a lot of them try to hide behind getting pussy and all of that. But the truth is they're scared of black women. And a lot of them, they look for bitches they want to fuck. Because it's really not about the black female. It's really about their internal shit. Like, even when you look at like the Dorsey shit, it's about, oh, I'm not sexually attracted to this entity that is a woman. So therefore, everything they say is really about bullshit to me. I don't emotionally resonate with this because I'm not sexually attracted to it. And that's outside of even who's saying it. And that's how black men are. Black men don't really worship women. Black men worship their own sexual attraction to women, and it manifests. I'll give you a perfect example. One of the things about this common amongst a lot of pro-black men that you hear them say, I'm putting almost all of them in this box. They'll say, they're even BGS, I'm not sexually attracted to white women like that. So the reality is, it's not like you're practicing discipline. Really what it is that for you, you're just not sexually attracted to white women. So you just use so you can use that as a method of really reinforcing you being pro-black. Because the truth is, you're not really attracted to white women like that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't make it like you have this undying love for black women when in reality is for you, it's not even a choice because you're not attracted. Like that isn't like, and see, that's the same kind of scam that black women run when they try to say, okay, well, I'm so loyal to black men because they don't really have options really to date out as much as they would want. And so they try to create this scenario or this narrative that they're more loyal to black men than black men are to them, which justifies what they do. When in actuality, we all know that they don't have options to hop like that. And here's the thing, most black men are attracted to the black female body type. They are, when it's in shape. This is why Latinas are your biggest threat. This is why, a lot of the same dudes that will say that shit, when it comes to dealing with more Afro Latinas or Latinas that are more mixed between black and white, but more on the black side with an ass and shit, you don't hear that rhetoric. Because then you're taking that white shit off the fucking table. This is why a lot of black men, you're not going to hear them say, well, dark skin is the only thing I'm picking. If it ain't dark, I don't want it. Because when you add those other elements to the table, you start to see them niggas peel the fuck off. This includes niggas that try to play B1, but you look at who they with, and you see what I'm saying? They can say, oh, white woman or a mutt. So I know what's going on with that, and I'm not trying to just completely knock out people that do that, but I know that. I just don't say that, but I see that. Oh, well, I'm not trying to white women. Okay, well, nigga, you really don't even need an opinion on it, because it's easy for you to do what you do. Because at the end of the day, you're really it's kind of like when your economics are in alignment with what you think, where it's easy to do what you do because you don't have to worry about the economic piece. Now, part of that is your own responsibility to align your economics with it, but that's what it is. So these are the three guys that are kind of in the situation. Honestly, I really should do 3 different videos for each of them, so it's going to sound like I'm jumping around. But this is, oh yeah, by the way, with Brother Ray, I asked Brother Ray, like, what do you mean when you say what we're not doing? Now, I asked him an open-ended question. This is the funny thing. I asked Brother Ray an open-ended question. So he could have went anywhere with it. I asked him, so you talk about what we ain't serious about or what we don't do. What exactly does that shit mean? Because because the purpose of him saying that is really for him just to throw shade at what we do without him ever being accountable to what he says. A lot of black men are not even accountable enough to what they say in order to be specific about what they say. He didn't get that far, and it was very obvious. And Roger was saying that, but I was like, no, fuck that, because we're gonna actually experiment and understand this is the depth by which a lot of these people that challenge us really want to challenge us. Because what they don't understand is they don't understand we've been in this, a lot of us have been having this conversation back and forth online for like 7 years now. Our shit has been stress tested. Theirs haven't. They're walking up into our shit halfway intoxicated on some fucking special forces shit. And it doesn't mean that like we can't change or dynamics don't change, but there's shit that we said 3 years ago, 4 years ago, there's shit that some shit as WP said that come out to be, that started to be true. So a lot of predictions we made is accurate. So a lot of these dudes don't really understand what the fuck is going on. So they hear people talking, and what they do is they just think they can respond from an emotional standpoint and lack the complete context that some people are coming from. And a lot of this tends to happen on Bernard, Rogers, and Kevin shit because they operate kind of on the outskirts of the sphere from a perspective of how long they've been in the game. And then as far as them dealing with the core dudes when it comes to the sphere. So because their content is like, it's not like you would never try this shit with like a Black Ram or a B. Well, people do try it with BGS, but you see how far that goes. And that's what it is. They don't really know about the Igmores and SYSBM that intimately because these brands are not promoted as much as they used to be. Not because they're not valid, just because people are not trying to click up like that. People kind of move on from that, even though they still accept those brands. So so these are channels that they think, oh well, I can kind of pull the bullshit because they're more amenable to that, which they can't, to Bernard's, Kevin's, and Rogers' credit. And then they don't really get that far with it, and they did start talking shit about you ain't serious and shit. So when I asked him, what do you mean when you say that? This is actually what he said. This is the words that Brother Ray used. Brother Ray stated, well, you ain't willing to die for this. What do you mean die for it? Well, you ain't willing to give your life and you ain't willing to take life. Now, I want you to understand what this fool just said. This fool just went on YouTube and basically said some low-key black extremist shit, which is something that it's like a grenade. That is some COINTELPRO shit. That is a grenade that can be used to basically attack everybody in the manosphere that this is what they really about. The black identity extremist bullshit. Thank God Trump is not there. Well, when I say Trump, I mean Trump got rid of Jeff Sessions, who was on that shit. That's what he did. And then it became this thing for like another 45 minutes to an hour. Because you had a dude, and shout out to the dude that I'm speaking about, is no hard feelings, but he was putting a battery in Brother's Ray back because apparently this dude hit an emotional trigger with Brother Ray. So this dude starts talking about this language about, black, only 1% of this are at a certain like level of understanding and awareness. Probably some fucking Hebrew Israelite extremist bullshit. And I'm going to call it just like that. Some shit with niggas get around and they start practicing their little hyper testosterone, what I would do bullshit. When in actuality, it doesn't, the population ain't ready for that. It doesn't matter if the population are ready for it. It doesn't matter if 40 million people are on board. Like, I don't, like, these niggas, these dudes, they act like they don't know what the fuck the United States, you're not the only entity that the United States of America suppresses. You're not the only group. You're not even the only group in the United States that they suppress. So you know good goddamn well that the United States suppresses a lot of different groups globally, and they use soft power. So people want to play this military game about what dudes don't want to do. And see, these are the type of niggas that will send other black men on send off missions and have your ass at best in jail, at worst dead, and then they'll sit there and be honoring you died for that black queen. These are those types. And the sad thing about it is, and it was funny, because he was like, man, the pigs, man, the pigs. I'm like, you want to talk, you want to deal with the white man, you don't even have the balls to deal with your own bitch. You don't have the balls to deal with your own bitch, but you want to deal with the white man. Because that's basically what the white man does. The white man is saying, you want to deal with your own bitch before you deal with me. You're not going to be able, because we see what Black Lives Matter, we see what how black men get shot. Black women will use dead black bodies for their benefit. But somehow you think that you fighting for the black woman against the white man is going to endear you to them. They see you as sexual assets and nothing more than that. And they use their own pro-black bullshit and process it through their own emotional bullshit. Because whether it's the black church, whether it's pro-black, it's all I want a man because I want some dick. That's really all that is. They don't want a man to lead them. A lot of these they want some dick. That's what that is. They want some good dick. If you ever ask these women, when they come down to it, these women never want a man to lead them. At best, what they want is sexual currency. And they see you, and they don't even respect you. Understand, if they see you like that, they don't respect you like that. And a lot of that shit manifests when other women are fucking with you. This is why they say, oh, but they just fetishize you. Well, black women just fetishize black men. And that's code for they don't really respect you. So when you have so basically there was a battery and he was leeching so much onto some shit, and Kevin kept on trying to say, shout out to Dollar Watch for the super chat. Brother Way wasn't even trying to do it that serious, and he wasn't. He didn't think it. Let's get the likes up. Let's get it above 50, guys. He didn't even think that far through, and that's why I asked him those open questions, because I could tell. I can tell he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. Yeah, it was on Kev. I mean, I could tell because I've talked to him before, and he's not the first person. These niggas, they don't have conviction in what they say because they don't even know enough about what's being said or what to talk about to have it. And that's a choice. That's a choice. And you're going up against, it's like saying, I want to talk to a dude that has a master's degree and I never went to school, but I want to talk to them about academic shit. Now, maybe you read up, but you ain't even read up. You just think because you got a high school diploma, you want to just talk about it. It's kind of like somebody that dealt with calculus and you only got as far as algebra, but you want to have that conversation because you feel you can. And females can feel their way through that shit. Dudes can't. So it looks very stupid. So this is like the three people that I'm talking about. So we're going to go one by one. And I've already started talking about Brother Ray. And because he represents a certain archetype of dudes that come into this space. Honest Truth. Honest Truth is not a dumb dude. He's not like necessarily, I mean, I'm not saying Brother Ray is dumb. He's not a dumb dude. But the thing about it is, Honest Truth does the same shit, did the same shit that Brother Ray did. What Honest Truth does is rather than actually asking questions, because the truth is, like, people will do a stream with just you, and we'll have, like, you, me, you, him, and maybe two other people, and just me and him, and I have no problem sitting here schooling him on the manosphere in the game and make a video out of it. I have no problem doing that. We can do that like an interview. If people like what you got to say, they can sub to your channel, you get you over 1,000 so you can get some super chats, and then they could assess your channel based on what you say. I have no problem with that at all. He has an experience the thing about it is, we are not the ones that are sitting here acting like we have a problem interacting with people. All he got to do is say the word. I think I got his email, and that way we can break down, okay, where are you coming from? And where is it that I agree? Where it is that what you're saying is kind of bullshit? Because at the end of the day, Honest Truth is SYSBM. And see, what he doesn't understand is he talk about, well, women are trash, men are trash. When black men date out, even if they don't complain, this bullshit about black women are just upset about black men throwing black women under the bus, even to date out. Let's be clear here. Black female fuckery is something that's promoted by black women. Cardi B hurts black women's image more than black men ever could. Maury Povich hurts black women's image more than black men ever could. This idea that this black men on YouTube that's fucking up the black female image, let's cut that bullshit. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to it, and hear no evil, see no evil. Somebody made an excellent point about Minister Jap made an excellent point of something that I didn't even think about. And for you all, I don't know everything. Like, I did not, as much as I ran my mouth about Kamala Harris, and I've been talking about Kamala Harris for a minute, on and off. I did not know Kamala Harris did not have children. I did not know she was a stepmother. And nobody did, because it was never brought up. We always assumed that, I guess, that she was like Susan Rice, like those were her kids, which really makes her look like a fucking Manchurian candidate. Because at least Obama actually had kids with the chick, with Michelle. I never said that. So when people bring me things that I don't know, I appreciate that and I shout that out. Or when I get information and bring it to you all, because I don't know everything. Because I don't have time to be everything, and I never said I know everything. But that's something I definitely did not know. Um, what else was I gonna say? It was, oh yeah, and Minister Jap said something else that really stuck out today. He said that fuck, I'm losing my thought. You know, I always laugh when he does them gunshots in the that shit is so funny. I'm sorry, that shit is so funny, man. I listen to that shit like halfway through my lunch, and that shit will put energy right back in me to finish dealing with my agents and shit, dealing with this fucking paperwork. I swear that shit is so funny. But I'll come back to it. But Mr. Jap said something that was something that I had never considered. Was he was talking about the history of these German shepherds. He was talking about Kamala Harris. He was talking about fucking Kwanzaa and that bullshit. What was he talking about? It's late. But anyway, my point, I'll come back to it. My point is not that, you know, people can't contribute, but what it is your shit is not, your shit's gotta be on the level. And the thing about it is he's SYSBM. And these women, as soon as these women, because it's funny, a woman's like, "Oh man, there needs to be more guys like you." No, there doesn't. As soon as you, these women start to, it was the same thing Kristen Carrison said about Kevin until she, I guess, the women started bitching. As soon, like, honest truth is a classic SYSBM. He's already said it. He says he dates out. And he says why he dates out. Black women weren't feeling him like that. And, you know, he fucked with who fucked with him. He didn't get on YouTube. This is why I didn't get on YouTube and start bitching and crying about women. What I did was I just fucked with who fucks with me, which is something we say. That's what SYSBM is about. Because a lot of these dudes have this guilt about doing what he came to a logical conclusion about doing. Even something to say we like women are trash. I don't say women. You notice you don't hear me say women are trash. I comment on what women do. I don't really talk about who women are. But the thing about it is people come to this space and then they hear shit and they make assumptions about us. Chances are we're doing better than you. We're living better than you. Chances are. This idea that, like, a lot of us, we get black women. This idea, most black men in this space, deep black, this idea that we're like, dudes just have this emotional resonance to want to believe that niggas are just bitching about not getting pussy. Well, if that's true, why do you even take what we say seriously? If people really believe that, like as if motherfuckers ain't fucking. You got niggas that are married, niggas that are, hell, Dennis is engaged. Like, what do we, it's not, this is a political thing as well as it's a cultural thing. It's not about bitches ain't getting pussy. The game niggas like to feed that into it because people want to they want to try to shove their solutions down our throats. Nigga, if you get pussy, the gynocracy will be okay. Nigga, if you get money, you can get bitch. Like, and they're not really hearing what's being said. So again, like I said, I don't know everything, but a lot of these dudes are not. They think they're saying something new because they said it. It's like, dude, you're not saying anything new. Yeah, man, you know, women are trash. Just date who you want. Okay, that's been said. Just because you don't hear it in the conversation doesn't mean it hasn't been said. Because again, Jessica X is an outskirt channel. The breakdown is an outskirt channel. You know, Roger and those are outskirts. Those are not internal channels. These are not like you like angry. And see, this is where dudes like Angry Man become important because it's like, okay, you're dealing with dudes that have that are fucking with black has been through the shit. Like, stop acting like these are dudes that haven't dealt with women. This is not about getting women. This thing is so much deeper than that. And the only thing I hear is niggas respond to that. Now, part of that is our fault because we don't properly orient people in the sphere. But you hear all of that. And what it is, it all comes back to these niggas not doing homework. So, jumping back to Carrie Pope. Carrie Pope comes into this talking about, oh, we're German Shepherds now. We come from a black world. All this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here, man. The reality of the situation is nobody fucks up black females, black women's reputation. If you had a daughter, the person that's gonna make your daughter have it harder is black women. The percentage of that pie chart is fucking black women that occupy. That's not black men, black men. Well, it's hip hop music. Hip hop music is driven by the women. If the women don't want it, it's not there. Get the fuck out of here. There ain't none of them rappers that talk that shit that women are not dancing and shaking their ass to. And by the time your kids grow up, it's gonna be Cardi B and them that's gonna be the main ones pushing that shit anyway. Which them women, they really take it on when the women do it. And you see it. This whole culture. See, people love to try to blame hip hop for this whole culture. Who's teaching this whole culture in the house? Who's letting them watch this shit? See, people want to let women off the fucking hook. And you can what did they say? A society cannot rise past its own women. That's because if you have this thing where the women have no morals, but they're supposed to be the moral center, then guess what? You're done. And as a man that is the man of the quote unquote cloth, at the end of the day, he wants to play this game because O'Shea said this. Well, he's the guy that's gonna volunteer and do that, and the women don't respect him, and they don't. This is why you don't see a lot of black men take on to that shit because they see the lack of respect you get. They see how the value of somebody that's doing honest work to the extent that we'll say it's honest, like volunteering and shit, that's not respected in the community. That doesn't get you pussy. Well, you don't have to be alpha. You can be beta. You tell that bitch that shit. That bitch would rather be a hoe for alpha in their mind of what an alpha is and give a baby 2, 3, 4, 5 to one NBA young boy than deal with a dude like you. Well, you just should do it anyway because that's the honorable thing to do. That's fucking stupid, and I would low-key say that's fucking low IQ. Because at the end of the day, what that's really saying is, I don't want to lead. I'm just going to do what I'm pre-programmed to do because how I feel. And so to even comment on Jap, you picked the wrong one because the truth is you can't say Jap can't get black women. The comment on Jap about, to take these little pot shots at the spear. Here's the thing. My thing is, and this is what I said before, and this is yes, I'm calling you a coward. This is the cowardice of what these dudes do. Here is the truth. The truth is, he could have a conversation with Dennis Sperling, a man that is successful, a man that is engaged to a black woman, a man that has been had kids with black women, a man that is raising his sons, a man that is a millionaire, that is a lawyer, the professional class, that definitely is not going to be on the crazy shit. That is interested in having a candid conversation, but at the same time does not have an issue with women, even from a perception standpoint. He could have a conversation with him. That's open. He could have a conversation with Dr. Tia Johnson. He could have a conversation with Dr. Tommy Curry. There are people he could have conversations with in this space. Hell, Angry Man BGS, but people in this space, there are people that like he could talk to without really worrying about what he calls the trolls. He knows that. He chooses not to. Hell, fuck that. You could have a conversation with a female like Avery Willie. Why would you? Because then that's gonna make Rebecca feel weird because how she looks. But the point is, you could have conversations with shit Dominica Marie. But the point is, you have something to sell. And so you have to project a certain narrative. And I would say people like this don't give a fuck about the community. They give a fuck about the community from the perception of what the community can do for them, but they will not transcend their own limitations of how they view the community. Remember what I said, they want the community to improve, but they don't want it to change. It doesn't matter what a whole bunch of random niggas are saying on YouTube. The stats speak for itself. The wealth speaks for itself. For us to pretend that this just doesn't happen is a level of like weakness that no wonder black women don't like black men. And you see too many people project that shit out. So it's not about, oh, well, it's dudes that are going to get upset and they're going to wild out. No, you all hide. And just like the women do that, you all hide. Dudes like that, you all don't want to engage because every time they do engage, their arguments fall flat. The truth is, Kevin can only thing that fucking Carrie is gonna speak to when it comes. And here's the funny thing is, people are really see all this is coming from what his wife said. You notice how he ain't told his wife you need to take that video fucking down. Like not the one she just did, but I'm talking about the very first video. He can't even tell her that because the reality is, as long as that video is up, people are gonna use it because that's words that you said. And the funny thing about it is, if I take a female like Love Dorsey and I would have plastered that, I would have used my internet marketing skills to spread that shit out. I know dudes like Carrie would have shit that wouldn't say jack shit because she's a woman. He won't dare speak against another female. So I'm like, if I want to minister Jap and take a baseball bat to these females and hit them over and over and over and over again, and like with no mercy to their feelings. All I got to do is find a female. And I'm saying, Love Dorsey ain't taking shit back. Did she say? She does. You heard that disclaimer. You bitches that you don't like this shit and you tagging me. Do you think people need to stop tagging? I don't need to tag shit. I'll spread that shit out. And I'll help build her platform. What the fuck y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Y'all will just get mad. Cause that's a chick that will whoop that. The funny thing about her is, here's the thing. I know she comes off like extra, like people say, oh, that's masculine. But I've kind of seen how little things that she do. I'm not gonna make the argument that she's female, but the thing is, she's one of these females that can check her shit if she absolutely needs to. If she needs to. And a lot of women can get by with a lot if they just are willing to do that. Because there's a time and a place. But so when I say that she could probably whoop a lot of these people's asses, these women's asses, I'm not saying that to like she just nutty like that. But my point is, a lot of these, she gives off the vibe that a lot of women are not going to try her because she's for the smoke and they're not going to go as far with that with another woman. Because a lot of these females are not willing to show their face. A lot of these females are like former fat bitches. A lot of these, like she wears like her issues on her. Like you can see the scars. And you know who else is like that? You know who else was like that before they broke bad? Alexis Tyler was like that. Alexis Tyler was like that. She was candid like that when she was talking about the imprint and talking about penis power. And what a lot of these things these women are doing is dry. Like, go type in Alexis K. Tyler. Listen to Alexis Tyler. Listen to Love Dorsey. And so any of y'all is like, why you keep promoting this chick? You like this chick? You got a crush on her? No. My thing is, these women say what we say is hateful. So show them what another chick that has lived what they has lived. Not some female that's light skinned or some female that's lived a great life that can't speak to these chicks where they are. Show them a woman that can speak to them where they are, that's been through what they've been through. You feel it, you see it. They living how they live and telling them what the fuck it is on some real shit. That way, okay, you hate me. Y'all be wanting to be in the comment sections with these dumb bitches, and I do it too. So more than I should. So I'm not judging y'all. But rather than arguing with these stupid bitches, because you know good and goddamn well they give no fucks about what you say, because you a dude. Don't waste your time. I gave you the cheat code. Y'all go entertain yourselves by hearing what she got to say. Because I'm going to take her videos and I'm going to start archiving them as far as... I'm going to make a fucking Google sheet. And I'm going to start saying, a bitch say this, should give them this email. And I'm going to send y'all the email of the sheet, of the like sheet document. Of the Google sheet document y'all can link it to. Give them this link of this shit if they say this shit. That way, rather than you arguing with them... You argue with them and then say, you know what? You go watch this and hear what this woman got to say. That way, these women can get real fucking triggered. Cause then them hearing it from a female, it's like, nah, fuck me. You wanna say I hate women? Okay, what about this chick? She come from where you come from. Prior worse situation. What you gotta say? That's all you do. It ain't about promoting her. It's about letting these women know facts are facts, no matter where the fuck it comes from. If you need a bitch to say it, okay, I got one for you. And she's not the only one. I got a couple more. But I'm not about to sit here and just start saying, but the point is really saying, facts are facts. And that's what dudes don't understand. They don't understand the strategic value of using shit like that. They don't say, well, I don't want to fuck the bitch. And I'm like, dude, this is not a bitch. I'm not no pimp. I'm not presenting this bitch for you to fuck. That's not why she's here. Like, I don't even understand why you even said that. But whatever. I'm over that. It is what it is. And quite frankly, I mean, shit, dude, somebody should be doing like media. Technically, I found her through Dennis, but actually, I found her through mediocre tutorial views. He's done 3 videos on her. So my point is, and if y'all really feel a certain type of way about promoting a female, get the videos from mediocre tutorial reviews and share that. That way, it's going through a dude. That's what you do. Because you see promoting Jap, how these women do listen to Jap, some of them. You heard that on that Jessica X breakdown. Well, have you heard of Minister Jap? So don't make no mistake. If you share these motherfuckers, they watch. I'm not here to go back and forth. That's what we used to do, is go back and forth. Y'all make sure y'all block this. Okay. I got him. Yeah. Make sure we at 101. Let's try to get the likes up to 75, y'all. Absolutely, Jim Rat. And so it's important. You got to attack this from different vectors. Everybody can't be a men only channel. Let dudes like Dennis, that you can see who he is, you can see what he does, and he's visible. Let dudes like Dennis do that work. And people will talk about, like, shout out to MOT, but I personally think that MOT, I don't know why MOT attacks Dennis like he does. There's other people that MOT need to aim that shotgun at. There's other people he need to aim that shotgun at. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I still rock with MOT. Y'all need to. My Facebook has been lit because I'm basically really back on Facebook. But my point is, because we got 13 minutes. My point is, that this stuff is going to seem like some of the stuff is being said over and over again, because now this stuff is going out of the primary and into the general election. That's basically what it is. As this stuff starts to come mainstream, it behooves everybody. It's not about gender. I don't gender war. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. I don't gender war. I fight for common sense. I fight for candor and a candid conversation. It doesn't matter if you all want to date out or not. That's not the point. The point, though, is even y'all to date out, we're going to tell the truth about why black men do it. And I'll give even Honest Truth credit for this. He said that it's not a lot of black men don't want to deal with black women. A lot of black women, they want a certain black man of a certain culture. And a lot of dudes are not culturally compatible with how black women are now. So they're going to get sexual access one way or the other. That's it. It's not the niggas are lame. That's not it. It's that black women have narrowed their own choices. That's on them. It's not on black men to become what they want. It's on women to move their way. It was a time where the geek shit, the Marvel shit, the anime shit was considered lame. Guess what? Now these hoes are cosplaying. Because men lead. Point blank. Appreciate that, Julius. Appreciate the super chat. Like, point blank, period. So don't let these motherfuckers, no. If you own what you own, you be that. And you be unapologetic about that. If you a Carlton type, you be that. These bitches don't know what they want. And that's why, remember, the manosphere would not be have a leg to stand on if these women were happy with the choices they were making. If black women just were honest and said, I just like, I just need a certain type of dude and I'm willing to share a dude with a female, like these women already do, and they said they were happy with that, it wouldn't be a problem. Dudes just have to get in where they fit in, and if that man hopping, that man hopping. They're good with what they're good with. But we know that's not true. We know there's other things that go into that cocktail. So, my thing is, when you get all these dudes that they come in here, it's like y'all, they make they try to comprehend stuff that's been said for a long time. And again, I put some responsibility on us for not properly archiving things the way we needed to. That's what the Avenger was like supposed to be for. Like, take a dude like what I would tell honest truth is I would say, dude, go listen to a dude like David Carroll. David Carroll is not a dude that strikes you as a dude that's pissed because he can't get bitches. Listen to him, and he probably goes harder than any of us. Only Jack probably has like the rawness that David Carroll really has. The dudes that say the worst shit are usually the dudes that are verified as far as they can get black chicks, if they really wanted to, or that they actively do. And that's the thing that doesn't really get talked about. And it becomes this thing about people trying to say somebody's on the spectrum and they give meaning to shit. And all that really is you trying to take what you think you know and apply it to what we're doing. And that you're not really understanding because you haven't been privy to the conversations. And so, it's that. And Brother Ray comes in here and talk about you got to be willing to take life and give life. Like, that's some retarded shit. Because the truth is, he ain't willing to do that. I don't give a fuck about what he says. I'm willing, y'all serious, y'all. I mean, first of all, let's be clear here. Even if you were willing to do that, guess what? Your women will be the first one to sell your ass out. Because people want to always act like that's the fucking thing. And then I asked Gerald, shout out to Gerald, but I asked Gerald, so what do you think we need to do to get that chick under control? Well, man, that needs to be a secret. We don't need to say that. I'm like, okay. And that's why after a while I had to just exit the conversation because I was okay, nigga, y'all are not serious. And this is one thing about black men. Black men love to. This is one reason why black men love to descend in conspiracy talk, because they know that shit don't lead nowhere. That's a way for people to act like they know a lot of shit without leading to what a conclusion has to be in order for you to do shit. Like, say what you want to about the manosphere. We have solutions to the problems. We're just promoting why the solutions are what they are. SYSBM is a solution. IGMOR is a solution. Having long-term relationships without basically solidifying marriage is a solution. Being aware of what you're getting into if you do get in a marriage is a solution. The problem is black men don't like the solutions we have, so what they try to do is act like we endlessly talk. What Kevin is doing from a wanna get black men married situation is a solution. Think about it. Kevin is a pro. Y'all forget this. Kevin's a pro-marriage black dude. Kevin's on that side, and that's a big reason why a lot of black men don't like Kevin in the manosphere. Look at all the heat and anger that Kevin has gotten when Kevin is on the pro-marriage side. Kevin's not on pump and dump like Ramil is. And make no mistake, Jap is pretty much was pump and dump before Ramil was. He just don't say it like that. Remember that. Remember all this crazy shit that Kevin has gotten and Hornet's Nest. Guess what? Kevin's pro-marriage. People forget that shit. Kevin's pro-marriage. So all of this argument is about the female not being able to get a six-figure dude. Then you got some random dude by the name of Diamond David want to make a video, and I already know he listened to Satan the Sinner based on how he ran his mouth. And because that's another thing Satan the Sinner said. Trying to question, niggas talking, but they don't make six figures. It's a whole bunch of dudes that make six figures on YouTube or close to it. You'd be surprised. But women talk about, you don't make six figures, so you can't say shit. The truth is, there's not a lot of black men that make six figures, and that's the point. Even if Kevin didn't make six figures, that doesn't all of a sudden not become true. And so dudes, they do everything they can to try to make it. They always want to massage the women because they want to get money out of them. That's all it is. And I understand that, but just say it what it is. You all know that the women are willing to cough up that paper, so you do the same thing the corporations do. You cater to them. And he may, in fact, I might do a play. I actually might do a play by play on his shit because the truth is, a lot of what he was saying was not incorrect. It was just how he was applying it to a situation, to something nobody talked about. Well, the reason why everybody wants six figures because they got black people got a misunderstanding as far as how business is done. Dude, it's not the black men pushing six figures. That's what the black men are saying. The black women are the ones that act like six figures grows on trees and shit like that. But he never once mentioned black women specifically because I can already tell you he's going to be, well, that's just being toxic for no reason. No, it's the women that's pushing that. The dudes are not pushing that. And he brought up internet marketing. Remember what I told you all. I said that internet marketers keep score based on shit like that. And no, and Kevin, that has nothing to do. And people in the comment section checked him on that. And he was like, well, you have a blessed day. I'm like, okay, well, you like this is what, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, you motherfuckers, y'all are cowards. And I'm like, if you're gonna be cowardly like that, just shut the fuck up. Like for real, stop wasting my time. You know, it's one thing for these females to play games because at least that serves what we're talking about. But if y'all are not gonna speak in good faith, ain't nobody saying you gotta argue. Like I don't really try to argue, but I put the facts out and say what it is. And if you got something better to say, put it out there. And then when you say, okay, what do you all have to say? These niggas don't got shit to say. You right, Sonny Robinson. I mean, shit. I'm not trying to pocket watch nobody, but hell, well, we see what Kevin gets, so I'm not gonna bring up any other YouTubers. But the truth is, you're damn right. The super chats. Okay, if we're gonna really go through this, y'all, we already know you could go to Kevin's channel and look at Kevin's. All right, let's go through this. You understand Kevin's view count. Then Kevin's view count is of the black female demographic is probably one of the most valuable demographics to an advertiser. So his fucking clicks are gonna be more expensive than the average click because of the nature of what he talks about. And his other stuff is not even controversial like that. So anybody that knows about YouTube AdSense is your all clicks are not equal. Your click, somebody can do 1,000 views and get a lot more money than somebody else just off AdSense alone because it depends on what demographic generally your videos are targeting, and that's going to be determined by the algorithm in YouTube. Kevin's demographic being women now, like the way that show targets, adds a very valuable demographic, but even his old demographic, because this stuff is still mostly men, is not controversial. So it's gonna get a really good click. So when people say stupid shit, they like that's like, and he's right. Like Jessica was right when she said that on his YouTube channel alone, and I'm not even counting super chats. So the truth is, Kevin was most likely making, and then I'm very sure Kevin made six figures in his corporate job. Dynas did too. And the funny thing about it is, Jason Black, we've already had Jason Black, Tariq Nasheed, and it's funny, Boyce Watkins. Like, it's funny how people want to start pocket watching all of a sudden because that's them grasping at straws. That's all that is. All that is them grasping at fucking straws. And my thing is, you all let's get the likes up. It's at 72. Let's get it to like 100 if we can. You all need to do fucking better. Or shut the fuck up. Like for real. Because you all are not doing shit. All of you all are doing is just basically having an emotional little thing and then thinking, oh, blah, blah. This is what the Democrats do, and these black Democrats do. They ignored all this shit about Kamala and Biden's past and said, we just need to get Trump out of there. This is the cognitive dissonance as to why black people don't go nowhere. This bullshit right here. And then they get mad about, oh, well, why do dudes just check out the community? Because y'all ain't really serious about dealing with it in the first place. I remember when Ulysses would talk about, I'm not going back to the hood, but I ain't got no problem dealing with a cooperative that will invest in the hood from a business standpoint. No, man, we need you in there. We need to see you. No, no, you don't. And we used to have those arguments because them dudes wanted their way. And they're invested in the shit as it is now. I mean, shit, and that's the beautiful thing about Jason Black being antagonistic to the manosphere. When them women call him, you can't say he's just parroting what we say. Because you let Jason Black tell it, all of us are red pill. And I'm convinced he's talking about the seven when he says that, by the way, more so than us. But whatever. The point is, those red pill niggas, they always promote white people shit. See, that's what he thinks of us. So he's not on our team. So when he says that, he had a video, go to the business, check it out. He's got videos 14 minutes long. This long on his Patreon where a female calls in and she talks about she's an LA 8, but she's like a size 14. She says she's a size 12. Then she admitted she was a size 14 when really reality she's probably an 18. And Jason Black went about dealing with that different than what Kevin Samuels would do it because Kevin has multiple calls to get in. Jason Black took the time with her. And you could see as he talked to her, as she was coming out, she kept on saying, I feel like I'm an 8. You feel like you're an LA 8 is irrelevant. I feel like I'm 6 feet. That's not going to stop somebody from telling me what I really am. Like, this delusion is borderline on a mental health issue at this point. So when you have these archetypes of dudes, Brother Red, Carrie, the old nigga, Carrie Pope, want to talk about, it's like, dude, why don't you address what your wife said? Oh, well, that's 3 years ago. That shit don't matter. Well, then take the video down. Take the video down. And you sitting here wanting to get in the front, like you'll let Rebecca put a battery in your back and put you on a send-off mission because people are being relatively nice. You saw that video I posted of Rebecca and that little video game shit. Like that's the tip of what people really could do. Like if motherfuckers really wanted to turn the heat up and push her off of YouTube to push her ass on the Facebook, people could. Cause the facts, he is an archetype. The facts are on our side. And the problem is this environment is changing. Like for people to want to act like, look at the retail industry, guys. Look at the retail industry. Look at the retail industry. The retail industry is falling apart. Outside of like Amazon, outside of Walmart and maybe Best Buy. So you think all these corporations are falling down, but black women are able to do the same shit they've always been able to do? No, this environment is shifting. And what's happening is women are trying to have their first line of coming out here on some they don't need a man shit, but they need a man. Hell, Glenn and Cameron just called out OnlyFans. Glenn and Cameron is in the top 18 or 17% of OnlyFans, and he only makes $600 a month on that bitch. So probably if you get to 1,000, you'll be in like the top 6 or 7%. These hoes are not making as much money on OnlyFans like you think they are. There's a select few that's doing really, really well, and then the rest of them is bullshit. They struggling. And they gonna start doing like what they do in the damn strip club. They gonna start selling pussy for real. So at the end of the day, man, you got all these motherfuckers that they got these opinions and they're coming against people that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And at the end of the day, the environment is in the background. They're in the background. And the environment is something that is soulless, is emotionless. And the problem is these women fear a market correction. And that's really what's coming. It's a market correction. And these niggas, Carrie Pope ain't gonna say. Carrie Pope got his wife. They gonna be all right. All these motherfuckers that they gonna heal, they basically telling your ass to pray about it and you about to pay them to pray about it. They're not going to fix your mindset because, truth be told, is they're not the problem. The problem is you. Rebecca said it. She can't fix that shit, but she want to make money trying. That's all that is. But she know they can't be fixed. Just like what Nicole Michelle said on O'Shea's channel about how she had to pick a different fucking audience because the women that want the help are here, and the women that want to be told what they want to be told don't give a fuck. That's all that is. And that's fine. If that's what you want to do, more power to you. And let me tell you something. This I'm gonna tell y'all this personally. And this is the only time I'm gonna say it. Y'all have heard me mention Virtual Club Millionaire before. Shout out to Myron Golden. He's got a affiliate program that's like what's called a unilevel, which means you only get what you sell. But it's a great product. It's a $30 month-to-month product of basically him talking. He gives really great business information from a Christian perspective. And it's you pay $29 a month, and then if you refer somebody, you get $20 a month. So you refer 250 people to pay $30, you have $5,000 a month. I can easily create a channel getting Rebecca, Carrie, like promoting their channel like in a niche outside of this, and then intermixing that with Myron Golden, get a whole bunch of black women, tell them what they want to hear with some business shit, tell them, as far as relationships, if you just pray about it, it'll come and get some money. I can easily do that, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna eventually do that shit. Like, it's easy. If you want to get money out of these chicks, feeding them their own emotional spoon feed, it's easy to do that. And a lot of the manosphere are gonna have to understand it. Some of y'all just gonna have to play the game a little bit to get some paper so you can do what the fuck you want to do. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. If these women want lies, oh, I know ways of kind of threading the needle and giving y'all what you want. If you all want emotional satisfaction, it's gonna be okay. Just like the damn gossip shit. We need that to power what the fuck we do. I'm not above engaging in that. And the truth is, I'm not going to outright lie like they do, but I'm just going to, but when it comes to relationships, oh, just listen to Rebecca Lynn Pope. Don't worry about what everybody else, just listen to her, listen to April Mason, and I'm going to put them in, listen to what these women are telling you. Throw a little Titus Unlimited in there, you know and yeah, if you're not interested in really hearing what the truth is, throw a little, Avery Woodley in there, because she'll give you the truth. She'll give you at least enough of the truth. Have a little Facebook group, make it bank. Not and then in their relationships, that's on them. But hey, I've helped you make money. Blame them for what they told you. They're women. Some of them are married. I assume they knew what the fuck they were talking about. That's what, like, Boyce Watkins does that shit. Diners will keep it real too, though. Like, it's easy if you're gonna say, okay, this is a niche that I need to make money on, and that's what a lot of people are doing. They don't care. They don't really care about dealing with the community because they keep on wanting. They know that woman. They know what's going on. They know what that woman ain't doing, but they want everybody to fix what she's doing. Everybody needs to basically pick up the slack for the decisions she's consistently making, rather than basically stopping that shit at the source. That's all that is. No, he knows what the guy. They all know what the gynocracy is. Like, and I'm mad that I didn't never keep all of Professor Black Truth, Jason. They all know what it is, and the fact that they know. And here's the thing: people say why I did that, why we do what we do, because we're moving the needle. The truth. Here's the truth. The reason why we keep on saying, like, pushing the stuff, number one is promotion of what our ideology is, which is something you have to do. But the second thing too you have to understand is you're seeing a lot more women feel comfortable saying what they really feel. Kendra was been by herself. Now you have other females that, like Avery, you know, the Sixth Goddess. I mean, even Danica Marie, at least to a certain extent, because at least the Negro Marie understands that you're not gonna get nowhere getting black men to do shit bashing black men. You're not gonna bash the shit out of black men and then convince them to do shit for you. That it's just not gonna work that way. Danica Marie understands that you at least gotta refract back to how they used to do it in the 90s and the early 2000s. Now I disagree with that, but that shit is still a lot better than fucking what these chicks are doing today. So even in that sense, to a certain level, you know, there's an asset there. These women are more willing to talk because they realize they're not on their own. Well, Sir Anthony, it's not about trust. Like the problem is a lot of you got this is like fourth dimension chess. The problem is a lot of you all operate from two dimensions, either left and right, up, down, left, right. You all don't really look at it from a perspective of like how a certain situation can move the needle from X to Z. Like I'll give you like Kevin, like I'll give you a purpose. Let's take Cardi B for example. Cardi B did World Star, and from World Star helped her put built on Instagram, which helped her get on the real not Real Housewives, but like Love and Hip Hop Miami, which helped her get to where she was when it comes to the rap stuff she was doing. Nobody gave a fuck about her rap career before. It was that Love and Hip Hop Miami that boosted her to that Bodak Yellow. That stuff had to come on that. Well, but Jim Rat, I don't listen to Six Goddess like that. But the thing is, as men, you all have to understand where the bullshit is. That's why I call it out. That's why I nuance the shit. And I tell you what it is. So I can take like the six, because the purpose of me saying the Six Goddess, she can talk about black love. But my point is, see, it's not a, like you don't have to believe in black love, but the thing about it is you're not gonna get black love with these bitches talking about niggas are dusty, niggas ain't shit. That's not gonna happen. So you all have to understand how these people, and I'm not even trying to talk about using people. At the end of the day, they want black love. To get black love, black women gonna have to change. If black women want more black men to come on that black love shit, black women are gonna have to actually be something worth loving, and other than the yo mama black. So even still, that still pushes shit in the direction that we want to go. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about what you all do, even if you hop out. Some dudes are gonna hop out no matter what, and that needs to be done because, like I said before, that threat needs to be credible. Okay, New York, whatever. Okay, I don't know New York. I don't watch that shit. So, New York. Okay, fine. So my point is, a lot of y'all have this thing about, oh, I just can't deal with women because a lot of dudes, you all don't have discipline in that blue pill shit. So you all know if you look at how a chick looks, you all are good. It's the same thing opposite of what Platinum was doing. Platinum can say that bitch ain't saying nothing that makes sense, but because this shit look good, you all know you all will swoon over how she looks. I don't give a fuck about how these bitches look because I'm not trying to fuck them on the internet. I'm not on, ooh, I might try to holler at her and slide into her DMs. Whoever was I swear to God, if I find out you motherfuckers that slid in the Janae and Moore's DMs, y'all better hope MT don't tell me who that was. I'm telling you right now, I'm not no snitch, but I'm making an exception. And I'm telling you right now, MC, you better not tell me who slid in her fucking DMs. Cause if I find out, nigga, I'm telling on you niggas. And you could call me a snitch all you want to. If I talk to MT behind the scenes as far as Instagram, I'll tell you right now, he better not tell me who did it. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm telling on you niggas. I'm snitching. I'm a Takashi 69 yo ass. Y'all slid into that bitch's DMs. I'm Takashi 69 in your ass. I am telling. Y'all can call me a snitch all you want to. I'm making an exception. I am telling on you. I'm telling you right now. So you better hope he don't tell me. I haven't asked, and I'm telling you right now in this video, so you could tell MT I said this. So maybe he won't give it to me. But if he does, I'm telling on you niggas. I'm telling. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's somebody I know, I'm telling. I'm telling you that right now. I am going to tell on you niggas. Appreciate that, March. I'm telling. I'm telling you that right now. Y'all, all that shit that bitch said, and y'all sitting there sliding her DMs anyway, nigga, I am telling on you niggas. So you need to know that right now. I'm telling. I'm telling. I'm telling you that right now. I'm snitching you niggas out because you niggas need to be gone. Period. There's enough light skinned bitches for you all to be dealing with that. No, fuck that. I'm telling. I am telling. I want y'all to know that. I am saying. You can call me a snitch. I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. You need to be gone. I'm telling on you niggas. Because you niggas don't need to be in this space. Yep. I'm telling. I'm telling that right now. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck if it's BGS Igmore. I'm telling. I do not care. I'm telling. My thoughts is, this is a black space and they can stay their ass over there. First of all, David West did not come into our space. Jessica is a buffer. That's number one. Number two, a lot of white men are indifferent about black men. So I don't try to project shit that is not there. And second of all, that served to be a very good conversation. Yeah, I'm telling. If it's O'Shea, I'm telling. MT was please get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But what did I tell you? What did I tell you? No, NBA fan, you don't slide into a female's DMs that said the shit she said. So whatever. Just go rewind it so you can hear me. No. You don't get to say you're red pill in this space, slide it into a female's DMs that said what she said about black men. That's what I'm talking about. And as far as Janae being different in person, well, I told you she wasn't like that. She's not gonna be like that if you within slap the shit out distance. I told you niggas that. Did I not tell you that? I told you all that she wouldn't talk all that shit if she's in somebody's fucking presence because unless she got somebody that can really protect her. I told you that. I've been told y'all that. So that don't surprise me. That does not surprise me. It's easy to talk that crazy shit when you on YouTube. It's easy. It's easy to talk that crazy shit when you are on live, but you know how it is. That's why I didn't take a lot of what she said seriously. But that's it. She wasn't gonna say the shit she was saying. And that shit don't go get addressed. So, and I've had back and forth with MT behind the scenes on shit like that. MT was low key trolling. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your father. Like O'Shea says, I know you mad, but it's not my fault. That's what it's. I love that saying, man. Something like, man, we got some shit. He need to have a damn Negro Manosphere poll for like best sag. I know you're mad, but it's not my fault, nigga. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your father. German shepherds. Niggas be getting creative in this space. I am Takashi in your ass, like for real. You will be snitched on. Yes, that is allowed. You slide, especially you sliding in women's DMs like Cynthia G and shit like that. The enemies, you niggas need to be snitched on. Like for real. That is an exception to that rule. That is an exception to that rule. Snitching is not allowed unless you doing that. That is one of the exceptions because you all need to be told on because you need to be outed. Anyway, I don't want to keep this thing going because I do got other shit to do. Anyway, hold on. It looks like we got a Cash App. Shout out to Anthony Taylor for the $2.50 Cash App. All Cash Apps are appreciated. They all are appreciated. And make sure my Cash App is Allen100K. That is Allen100K, $Allen100K. Sometimes I don't know when MT is trolling or not. This time I've like gone off on behind the scenes and then you should see it. It's funny. Yeah, an NBA fan, get ready because I'm about to launch my shit. FYI. But yeah, man, that's all I'm saying. And at the end of the day, there's gonna be some great things going in 2021. But my moral of the story is I have no problem. I'll have a one-on-one with Brother Ray. I don't have a problem having a one-on-one with anybody. So if motherfuckers want to have a conversation, don't act like we scared. We not like these females. Don't act like we scared to talk. We not. What about Satsa Ray? Satsa Ray, man, Satsa Ray. She gonna try to come back soon. Watch. I don't even mention that nigga's name. So I mean, and he was never really in this space. He was a pro black dude. So anyway, if you all are new to my channel, make sure you all like it. Make sure you all subscribe. This is just one of my live streams. You all gotta look at a lot of the shit that I do. Is kind of like really this shit should be on Instagram Live, and what I might do is start doing Instagram Lives because I do have my Instagram channel back. So I'm about to start building up like my whole social media and really start bringing different videos to the channel. Like uploads are gonna start coming back. Premieres are gonna start coming. I haven't done those. Um, and we're gonna build this up and grow this stuff. I am gonna start kind of calibrating content so content is easily shareable. I'm gonna start making it easier for you all to share the content and show you all how to like just segment out people that kind of listen to this stuff in your Facebooks. So we got a lot of great stuff going. Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, I got a lot of Instagram, so I really got to consolidate that shit. So yeah, that shit will be gotten under fucking control sooner or later. But make sure you all like and subscribe. Like all that stuff will be rotated through the Telegram. I am gonna start that blog I've been telling you all about and been bullshitting on. Because there's a lot of stuff that I need to kind of aggregate information, things that I speak back to. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Patreon. I don't know if I'm gonna get a Patreon yet. That's gonna come later on. But if y'all want to support, I just rather y'all just support via Cash App or support via the super chats. We'll do it like that. I'll definitely give you all another way to support in a way that's really effective. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently than how other people do it. Um, because I do want to trade value and do it a little bit differently. So for right now, we're gonna keep that up. For right now, just y'all do me a favor if you all like, because I'm gonna be creating some theme channels as well on Instagram. So if you all subscribe to some of that stuff, you all can actually boost me up to really help me out. So the first day we'll start with the Telegram. So we got some great stuff coming. So with that being said, y'all, I'll probably have to do. Yeah, you right. Cash App don't. That's another thing. A lot of y'all could donate less and just do it through Cash App because it doesn't take 30%, and that's instant. So every little bit helps. Absolutely. So I don't know why y'all like the problem. So another thing too is PayPal actually allows you to, I think, do a comment. I think Cash App does too. So just do a comment via Cash App, and what we'll start doing, we'll like make a banner or something. We got to do that because Cash App, whatever. With that being said, though, it's been great talking to you all, and I'm gonna share the videos in the community tab. You want to check these videos out directly. And with that said, this is Edward, signing off. Peace.